Hello guys, it's Avalonius from Avalonius Improvement, and today we're going to talk about the preparedness guide for flash floods and debris flow. Right now I'm here in Colorado and Walsenburg to be exact. There is going to be a flood at some point, but I think this is the best time to talk about it. So I have some friends here. I'm not really going to be looking at you, but we know what's happening. Alright. Warfield County wants you to be prepared for any flooding or debris situations because of the significant damage incurred from the spring fire. Flooding is not a matter of if, but of when. There was a fire last year that ate a lot of South Colorado, and the trees are all burnt up to fuck. And a lot of animals came here to town because their home's gone, you know? We hope the information provided here will help you to determine your personal flood risk and to make an emergency response plan for your household. We want you to be equipped with the tools you need to help you make the best decisions possible in an emergency, increasing your ability to survive a disaster. We've had 2 meetings so far. Our mayor doesn't know what the fuck is happening. People start freaking the fuck out. There's old people that said, hey, if a flood happens, are you gonna like give everyone's name of list of like the elderly so we get help for the volunteers who can help us? The mayor said, sorry, that's disclosed because HIPAA law. I'm sorry, but if it's an emergency, HIPAA law is done with, especially when it comes to someone's life.
Yeah, for sure.
There are people freaking the fuck out. And every time we go back over there, they're like, well, we're not certified. We really don't know what's happening. But we'll figure it out when we get there. My thing was, fucking call Florida. They've dealt with this so many times. They can help us to know how to prepare. But alright.
And Jersey knows when to drive prepared.
Oh, the South. Like the coast, dude. Like, what the fuck? But okay. So this is my plan.
I'm sorry.
I'll read this.
I have to say this, I'm sorry, but for the Atlantic side, I'm sorry that we're better. I'm sorry we're more prepared.
I'm glad that this isn't my hometown.
I'm
Because
glad
honestly,
it's not my
this is
hometown
fucking
either.
stupid. Okay. By planning ahead, you can understand how disaster may affect you and take steps to minimize those effects now. Reduce fear and anxiety by knowing what to do. Be self-sufficient for 3 to 5 days if first responders can't reach you immediately after disaster. Be ready to help others and allow first responders to help those in the most immediate life-threatening situations. Just so you know, there's a huge dam not too far from here that could like wipe out this town as well as La Vida. Now, I don't know for a fact that this is going to be a disaster where it's ever going to hit here like that, or if it's going to be man-made. And it is raining a lot, but they also have like machines where they can change the weather. So what's to say that they don't have a thing where it floods in here saying, oh, that was the weather.
How can they change the weather?
It's using electricity, and I don't know exactly, you're going to have to look it up, okay? But it's using this electricity, and what it does is they have this, like, remote, and they use frequency to mess with the clouds, to get them to fatten up, where they start, you know. Yeah. That's why they have like tsunamis and certain things. Like,
why don't you just leave
not saying it's not always doing that, but they can do that. It's all like using sound waves.
Or why don't you just leave everything so naturally alone and just do what we have to do? Keep our electricity and all this and that, but just leave the fucking tree, leave the fucking clouds, leave the fucking mountains.
Yeah.
Leave it all alone. Leave the marijuana alone. Leave the tobacco alone. Like, yes, tobacco's bad for you. Yes, marijuana, not everyone should be smoking it.
Tobacco is very bad for you. It says causes death. and then there's a museum up in Denver that talks about that.
But look who's growing
it. It doesn't actually matter. Look. Whew, girl.
No, I'm just saying the government
plants
it, and they know.
Yes. Why do you think mass production of chocolate? I did a research at church about. I did a health nugget, right, where I went up there and presented something about health, and told everyone from a long thing that I wrote down, a lot of research of why chocolate does everything it does to a human. It actually makes you really angry and depressed. Did you know that? But it does a thing to your body where it's like it's the sensation of the taste. We like it. So we like to eat it. And we've done a lot of research where we know that that's what it's doing. And they mass produce it because of this bad side effects it has on us. So, the same with coffee. Coffee, it messes with your nervous system. It starts giving you, mental illnesses. Your body can't function properly because of, the stuff it's doing. That's why they mass produce it. Chocolate milk. It's nothing but moo cow blood and pus because the cows, they've been giving so much, it's hurting them. That the blood and pus is coming out with it. And because it's so, obvious, they put chocolate in there. So that way it makes chocolate milk. So they can still mass produce it and sell it. Because there is a lot of it that comes out. So that way they're still making money for those cows. Because they don't give them a break. I mean, I can go on and on. I'll stop there. But, when it comes to, the plants, there's a lot of plants. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Chocolate is one of those things that is a fine line of food and drug. Yeah. Because it is definitely a drug.
It comes from the cocoa.
I mean, look, I used to do a lot of acid and stuff, right? Mushrooms really aren't good for you. All mushrooms are bad. Well, no, that's right, because we do eat mushrooms. Sorry, I just thought that. But there are mushrooms that are bad for you. And mushroom doesn't kill you, but the kind that you take that's, hallucinogenic, but it does get you really fucked up because your body is like, whoa, this is not good. And they're trying to fight it. That's why usually when you're on drugs, they tell you to drink a lot of water and hydrate yourself because your body's trying to fight that out of your body. But that's why I took it. Isn't that weird? I took it because I knew it was a poison and I wanted to feel being dead, but not being dead. I was weird, man.
You want to feel alive. That's what you wanted to feel.
I just realized.
I didn't feel alive, yo. I was feeling crazy. For me, no one else.
So I fixed my notifications, right? I had to open my messages.
Wait. I'm still on my video.
I know, but it's the emergency thing and it said the flooding.
Yeah, okay.
And also the notification was telling me to check my other messages in case for other emergency alerts. So it's basically telling me to open all my other messages I didn't open because of that emergency alert.
Wow. You guys hear that? Okay, so let's read this really quick. By the way, a lot of people don't take this seriously, right? Why do you not see a lot of sand bags? There are some sandbags places, but there's a lot of places that doesn't have sandbags. People are just
people that don't give fucking.
They don't think it's gonna be real. They're just like, whatever. It's like, yo, and then when the house gets destroyed, they're all pissed off. They're the ones on the news like, my house is destroyed. But you didn't take the procedures to help yourselves either. Okay, let me go back to this. Make it an emergency household and communication plan. Make sure everyone in your household knows the plan and can implement it if necessary. For more information on steps you can take to prepare your family for disaster, see the checklist on the back page for details and resources. Elevate the furnace, water heater, and electric panel if susceptible to flooding. Install check valves in sewer traps to prevent flood water from backing up in the drains of your home. Construct barriers, leaves, beams, sandbags, flood walls to stop floodwater from entering the building. Seal walls in basements with waterproofing compounds to avoid seepage. Protect important documents and valuables by placing in waterproof containers or in an elevated location. So, since I talked about it, I like to always have my actions speak with my words. So, what would you guys do in the situation right now?
We asked if we can crash with you.
But
like, hey,
how
our car
would
be
we
okay?
how would we prepare, like, if this is our house now, how do we all live here together and help to not allow the flood to be here and to help people around us?
Obviously, if we know, listen, let the women speak.
Hey, I got the balls here.
There's some, like, feminism going on here, guys. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so basically, obviously, we'll say, okay, you need to go this, we need to come ASAP. So obviously before then, we will have a list of the things that we need to go get ASAP when we find out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like sandbags.
Okay, but I'm stopping you right there then. What if for some reason we don't have the time for that? It hits faster than we expected, and so we're here. What do we do then to help each other to keep ourselves safe?
See, I can.
So we have to look at all categories. That category you have to look at because anything can happen. You have to look at all the bad and say there is a lot of bad because I went to the museum. They showed how a flood comes and it rips everything in its path in seconds. It takes seconds and it boom, it like hits hard. Now, I say we're in the green zone, and I believe it. But there's people below us that I'm trying to talk about because they're not taking this seriously. So we have to take it seriously as well. Because even though we're okay, anything can happen. Anything can happen. And now, I'm also I know this, but the earth does what it wants. You get it? So even though this might look more logical, it's always one of those things like, so if I was us, I would take us on.
See, I don't know how would I explain it. I'm more like, in that type of situation, I don't know what
so
to say
you're more actioned.
I would want to see it and then I don't know how to explain
that's
it.
okay. Some people are action, and that's okay. Trent, what would you do in this situation?
If I was living here?
Like, let's say, we just got flooded right now, and she got that warning that says, stay in your house.
Stay in the house.
But you wouldn't be worried about, the doors being pulled in? Well, you're in a...
No, that's material.
Yeah, that's true. But at that point, there's not much you can do.
Yeah, that's material. Bye. Now you gotta worry about, putting doors against the windows. You gotta make sure you put,
Are you prepared for how people are gonna start acting hostile? No, when you do stuff like that?
If they need help, they can come in. But you're gonna be respecting me in my own house. I don't care.
No, she was talking between us, right?
No.
Oh.
No. Listen.
What? No,
Trying.
Okay, get out of that mindset that I'm not that enemy, I promise. I'm your friend. I'm talking about people out there. Oh. When they decide that, they have no food, they don't have this. Oh, what the fuck? Are you guys eating over there? What the fuck? Get me the fuck in there. And they start acting crazy. Are you prepared for that? See, I can prepare for the good, but I also have to prepare for the bad and say, okay, so people do have weapons around here. There are meth heads around here, so they're not going to be able to get to their stash. How are we going to keep ourselves safe? Well, for one, I'm going to keep all the windows, blinds down. We're going to be quiet in this bitch. There's not going to be any sweet smell, because I know that people can smell it out there. So they know that people are going to be in here, you see? At the same time, I do want people to know we're here, but, it's hard to explain. They have to be very protective in how you do things. We make sure I have a assault gun, because I don't believe in hurting people. But, if I have to, I'll just spray them with salt in the eyes. And it hurts. Oh, it hurts.
We have pepper spray.
Yeah.
And there you go. Because, you never know. But, I don't think that idea where I want to be there.
Okay, listen. Every time we're out, even at, a restaurant or at the store, I would say, hey, I'm going to go use the bathroom. Okay, bring the pepper spray with you. He always wants me to have the pepper spray on me.
That's good.
Yeah, because why the fuck not? You need it more than I do, honestly.
And in this day and age, you both. This day and age, people are like, they don't care anymore about who is who.
That's why we also have a bag of the pocket knife in the car.
That's good. Well, we have a machete in the car because we never know.
Hey, look at me. You know that longest thing that people use when they're hiking?
Yeah.
It's one of those.
No, I know.
Dude, like we stay prepared because like Florida, different states we've been in, some people are weird and crazy. And you're like first you think they're really cool, but then their true colors start coming out, and they're like the ooh starts coming out of their ears, and you're like, oh fuck, what did I get myself into? And I've dealt with so many of those. No way, no more. Anyways, I'm moving on. During a flood. If a flood is likely in your area, you should listen to the local radio or television for information. Be aware that flash flooding can occur. If there is any possibility of a flash flood, move immediately to higher ground. Do not wait for instructions to move. Flash flooding is what I told you about, where it goes, flies in, okay? Be aware of streams, drainage channels, canyons, and other areas known to flood suddenly. Flash floods can occur in these areas with or without such typical warnings as rain clouds or heavy rain.
You said my car would be perfect.
So you never told me exactly where your car's at, though. You just said in the park.
It's right next to that stream.
Why don't you just park the car up here if it comes to the time that needs to be done? That way your car's fine. I'm telling you, this is green zone. We're all good.
What does green zone mean?
Green zone means that we're safe from flood.
Okay.
We're on a hill. It's not going to get to us. It's going to stay in most of the town because it's flat. All right.
Is that part of it?
I don't know, but it has been raining a lot, and our ground is dry. And because Colorado's dry, water comes in through like this first, and then it slowly starts seeping through. It doesn't go at once. So if you get a lot of water at once, you're gonna flood, because like we're not able to have water like that here.
Yeah,
it's dry. Okay, if you must leave your home and you have time, you should do the following. Secure your home if you have time. Bring in outdoor furniture and move essential items to an upper floor. Turn off utilities at the main switch or valves if instructed to do so. Disconnect electric appliances. Do not touch electrical equipment if you are wet or standing in water. If you have to leave your home, do not walk through moving water. 6 inches of moving water can sweep you off your feet. If you have to walk in the water, walk where the water is not moving. Use a stick to check the firmness of the ground in front of you. Which, that's explanatory. If you go into the water just to have fun, like in general, like especially like creeks and stuff, they move pretty fast, especially the rocks are slick, Should I shelter in place? There are several things to consider when determining whether to move up to higher ground or shelter in place. During a flood, most often the best actions is to move up to an elevated location. That can be accomplished by sheltering in a place at the highest place in the home, or by leaving your location to find refuge. Determining when it is best to shelter in place takes many factors into consideration and may be unique to your personal situation. To help determine if sheltering in place is an option for your family, consider the following questions. Where is my location in relation to the areas and probable flooding pathways? Check flooding maps located at www.fire.huerfano.us to determine your risk. If you are within a couple blocks of flood path, it may be best to seek higher ground outside the main floodway. Is there an upper level in my home to shelter in place, or can I take shelter on the roof? How long will it take to reach a safe location outside my home? You may want to coordinate staying with a neighbor in an area outside the immediate flood area. Evaluate your risks based on distance from water pathways and your elevation. If you feel your shelter is in place, location is not safe, you should move to higher ground. Well, and if your car is like right there, I guess just check on it. until that time where it's like, hey, this is going to happen. And then just move your car up here.
Can we just move my car up here now?
I mean, if you want to. Like, I want you guys to be safe, but I want you to feel safe. Like, that's my goal, is to make sure that you know that you're safe. Like, you can go and you work and everything, but when you guys come here,
once we park our car
it's
there,
relaxing.
we're not going to be able to move it again. Literally, just have enough gas to do, like, just probably move our car here.
It's okay.
Okay.
Because when you guys get money, we have a gas can. And you guys can then use your car again.
Sure, you okay? You okay, Peachy?
Okay, next one. Move up.
Ooh.
If sheltering in place is not a safe option, you will need to move up to higher ground immediately. Go by foot to your predetermined safe location. Wow, must be that fast. Wow. This may be a neighbor's house at a higher elevation or a few blocks outside the path flood. Determine the safest route that avoids crossing low-lying and flood areas. If you are in an area where the slopes have been severely burned, the ground may be unstable. Use an alternative route as if possible. Stay out of flood waters. Stay away from power lines and electric wires. Leave the area can pose significant dangers. Okay. Oh! Checklist. And by the way, if you guys ever want one, just go to your local, what's it called? Social Security office. Okay. Determine your risk. So we've determined our risk, I think. Prepare your family. I've talked to our friends, and we've been discussing this. Communication, again, we've been discussing this, so, you know. Protect your family and property. That went over when we talked about it. Discuss household needs and disabilities. I think basically the only thing, like, disability-wise is Cora. And I guess it just depends on, like, if she has puppies yet or not. Because if she, like, had them, I think it'd be easier because I already have them in a section. I can put them in a towel and just go, psh, you know, take them. But, like, if the car's not running yet, that's like, wow, okay. But then, if it was like a median flash flood, I would hope that she didn't have the babies yet, because then we could just, like, all run to, like, the highest location.
Where would you go?
I would go right up there. No, fuck, that's electricity. I would get a boat.
Do you have money for a boat?
Do you really think it's safe to go on a boat?
Yeah.
Are you Bruce Almighty right now?
That's
you
like
mean?
the most dangerous thing to do.
No, that's the safest thing to do because you're always on the move. So you're you're up here and not being smashed or on foot, like trying to figure out, oh fuck, where the fuck do I need to go? You can help other people by going to other houses and knocking to the houses and saying, hey, are you out there? Need your help?
You're
Hello?
Smart. You're smart.
No,
smart.
dude, like, look, I told everyone already, when the flood comes, I'm going to be boss. I'm going to boss so hard that I'm going to say, you know what? I'm governor now. I've gone and busted my fucking ass. What the fuck did you do when we had this whole meeting and you didn't do shit?
I'll vote for you.
I'm serious, y'all
I'll
ready?
be your manager.
Yeah!
Wait. Does the president have a manager?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you have to.
Yep, it's their personal assistant, their intern, their statutory.
Okay.
The fuck? The president rule over the government. What? Doesn't mean the government have to listen, because they're still doing their own shit that they don't want to. They have to fucking do, but the president don't want.
If this to happen, I'm gonna invest in a boat. I'm serious. You know what, guys? No, for real. Let's be a team, right? Let's do this. Look, imagine we look better than everyone else in this town, right? That the president notices us. I get my job that I want, I get to talk to the president like I told you I wanted to. And
I can't swim.
we get promoted. we'll put a life coat on you.
He can swim.
I don't want to get bitten by sharks.
Honestly, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna invest in life jackets and I'm gonna invest in boats because even though we can swim, I can swim. What if you get pulled under for some reason? Whatever you're trying to save someone underneath the house. So then you have the life coat that pulls you back up, so like you never like drown.
Can I get a shotgun?
No. Why do you want to hurt people?
No.
What you doing now with the shotgun?
A freaking shark or something. I don't know.
Here
I
also grew up in a family that had a lot of military members, and have a lot of my friends from high school in the military. So I pretty much, they just tell me like, yo, this is happening. You better do this. Go.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now here's another thing. Driving flood facts. Do not drive into flood areas. If floodwaters rise around your car, abandon the car and move to higher ground if you can do so safely. You and the vehicle can be quickly swept away. 6 inches of water will reach the bottom of most passengers' cars, causing loss of control and possible stalling. If your vehicle stalls, leave it immediately and seek higher ground. A foot of water will float many vehicles. 2 feet of rushing water can carry away most vehicles, including sport utility vehicles, SUVs, and pickups. So I do advise you guys to please just keep yourselves in check and keep yourself safe. Make sure you're always planned for the future, but also do your job. Go to work, make your food. Don't hide underneath the bed. Don't hide in the closet because you think it's going to come right this second. Just, do what you have to do, but also keep an eye out. And I promise everything will be gravy. See how I put that in there? All right, guys, so I'll see you later. And hey, by the way, if you know anyone who is trying to stop smoking cigarettes or stop vaping, I ask you to please bring your friends my way. I have a brand new product that is perfect for your needs.
You're weird.
See that? Really relaxing. It was smooth. This flavor that I have here is ginger, lemon, and spearmint. It is called Vibrant. And it helps you to relax, helps you feel good. It helps you to transition into stop smoking completely. If you guys want more detail on any of these things that I talked about, you can message me or go to Avalonius Improvement on Facebook or Instagram. Or you can go to Avalonius at Snapchat. You guys have a great day. Over and out.